My name is Daniel. I get to be the Director of the Ministry Department and pastor here at the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. I fill in a lot of different places. I would say my main role is giving messages on Sundays. I run Celebrate Recovery on Monday nights and oversee all the Christian curriculum here as far as like devotions, Bible 101, but I also work hand in hand or face to face with a lot of the clients, especially with my recovery background. So I sit down with them on a one-on-one basis. Some like to talk Bible, some like to talk recovery. And then I fill in wherever else is needed. I would say walking with the clients just through recovery and life, having those conversations when they are struggling, but also when they get that first victory, whatever it may be, that light bulb to turn on for the first time, and just getting to walk with them and getting a front row seat to watching that life change is phenomenal. I would say that one of the biggest challenges is relapse. Watching people go back out, like, sorry, it's fresh because I just heard about a recent relapse, and so that is super challenging. I've had 13 years in recovery, and the longer I'm involved, the more often I see people, get that victory of their first 30 days or 60 days, and then make a decision to give up whatever the trigger was or whatever the instance was, and that's super challenging watching that. I don't know that my perspective has changed. I definitely get a closer, more intimate look at the homeless population and community and get to learn about their life. But I don't necessarily feel like anything's changed, but I definitely get a closer upfront look at the reality of it and how extensive the issue of homelessness is, not just addiction, but homelessness. I feel like so many things makes us unique and different. We're the only shelter that takes intact families. We don't require insurance, and I think most of all our staff, all of our staff really have a heart for this work and for the people that we serve, not just inside of our gates, but on the outskirts of our gates, people that have no interest in coming in, and just how much our staff really loves on our community, selflessly and unconditionally. So one particular story always stands out for me, and there's really so many after being here almost 3 years now, but one particular, Ashima, I was there when she came to the front gate for the first time. She actually wanted a tour, and we were just coming out of COVID, and we weren't necessarily just opening up for tours. She was just falling apart. She was on hard times and was about to take off. And I got an opportunity to just stand there with her, talk with her, listen and pray. And she finally, her and her 2 kids came in, and she ended up being here for quite a long time. Got 2 jobs, went back to school, and we still check in from time to time after she left the mission. She went and got baptized, and she's just doing really, really well. Her and her 2 kids just doing really well. It takes somewhere between 40 and 50 volunteers every day to help everything happen here at the mission. So aside from monetary, which is obvious, every little help has an impact on a life. We get to see life change up close, and some of our volunteers may not see that day to day, but just by showing up and serving a meal and giving a smile, donating, it's impacting real, actual life change. And I think that's something that everybody should know. No matter how they help, how they serve, they're going to make an impact on a life. I mean, because of my recovery background, I think I mentioned, I get to do one-on-ones with a lot of the clients, walking them through the steps that I have done myself. And I just get to hear a lot of their stories. We get to take people out on Saturdays to get to church outside of here to get them involved in the community. So that's really great because we want them to have a community connection before they leave. So one of the things that we do is we'll get in a van on Saturdays and take them to church so they can see outside of here and get involved that way. And some of them have chosen to actually get baptized. And I think since I've been here, we've done a little over 100 baptisms, which is amazing. The Up and Running program, this is my second year. We have a group of clients that are training to run a half marathon. So these guys and gals are getting up at 5:30 in the morning and getting out in the dark and running and training, and just it's really great because it shows them that they can accomplish so much more than they really think they can. I think a lot of times people come in and they're at bottom and they feel like, you know, something like running a half marathon is so beyond what's possible, but once they get going, they realize like, hey, I can really do this. And it's great to watch. Last year, having people make it all the way through the end, and in the beginning of this year, we're still in week 2. But watching them just consistently show up at 5:30, 5:45 with a smile on their face, ready to go hit the pavement, that's awesome.